Daisy here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my project lineup for 2023. So I haven't filmed this type of video before, but I thought I would sit down and kind of talk to you about what projects I am going to be continuing into 2023 that I've already started and what projects I am planning on starting for 2023. So before we get into that though, if you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I do a lot of project painting content. I paint a lot of eyeshadows. I paint a lot of things. I do all of the things. And in 2023, I did a lot of projects. And my goal for, in 2022, I did a lot of projects. And my goal for 2023 is to not do quite as many. So I'm going to walk you through kind of what's left that I've been working on and my plans for going forward. So let us begin. So I'm going to start by showing you my notebook. This was my tracking notebook. You can see that I had lots and lots. So we had Fantasy. A second round came out for that. I'm not doing that one. A to Z eyeshadow, which will be coming back. I did Beauty A to Z, which won't be coming back. So I was doing lots and lots of projects. Okay. So let's talk about what is carrying over. So 50 Shades is carrying over because that started on April 15th. That's So 2000 is carrying over because that started on April 16th. Then we moved to Throwback 30, which started at the end of July. I want to say like the 27th of July, maybe 28th of July. Women Who Rock, who started in August. Paranormal Pantivity, that started in September. My newest one, At the Hop, that started in November. And then That's Expensive, which will start at I think it starts on December 28th. So that starts later this month. So those are kind of the ones that are currently going. I'm still filming updates. There hasn't been a finale. So the only one that is missing from this list is Zodiac. So Zodiac Panner was created by Kina for the Fantastic Ladies. You pan the 12, basically the 12 signs of the Zodiac. Each one has a color and you're painting it that way. So I've been working on eyeshadow. If you watched the last update, which I think was maybe in October, I can't remember. I had actually brought in new shades to work on. So we're gonna scrap that. I'm gonna scrap those new shades and I'm gonna try to hit, I have 4 left, four of the original shades left. Once I hit paint on those, I'm gonna go ahead and do a finale for that video. And my goal is to get that done by the end of December for a couple of reasons. Number one, I want all the eyeshadow paints that I can get. And number two, since this ends in March anyway, I want to go ahead and end it as soon as I can. That way I can add in a new project and we'll talk about that in just a second. So projects that I've already done like finales for or that have already ended and will be starting again in the new year. Beauty A to Z eyeshadow edition. So I'm going to be working on 26 singles and I'm going to do that again. And then Color Pan, I just filmed the finale for that. So that'll be going up on the 18th. You can continue going through January. I mentioned that in that video. The end date is supposed to be January 17th. But I wasn't going to make any more progress. So I went ahead and ended that. I don't know when this is going up in relation to that. But there you go. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. And then Deck of Painting is going to start, I think it's start again probably on January 20th. I'm not going to film a finale for that because I've literally not touched anything in that project. And it would literally be just me saying, I haven't touched anything. That project going forward is going to be kind of my project usage project. My product usage product. Whew, words. So Mari, who was Patriot Makeup here on YouTube, and I want to say Shelly as well, when they rolled in a prompt, whatever the number was on the card, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then of course, and 10, and then face cards were worth 10, like ace, king, queen, etc., was how many uses they had on that product. And I think that's genius, and that's what I want to do. So unless Emily's changed it up a little bit, like I don't know, haven't seen the new prompts or anything like that, but that's going to be my usage, kind of move through really quickly products to get some usage on things. But and then my year-long projects will be more about getting use, hitting pan, finishing, etc. So and then Old New Gifted Blue. Old New Gifted Blue is a project that Jessica started. It's a very relaxed and chill, no end date, 4 products only kind of project. I don't know that I'm going to continue updating that here on YouTube. Either I'll go to every other month with that project, or it'll be something that I just update on Instagram. I'm going to sit down and plan out January and see how it fits, because I really don't want to post more than like 20 times a month, which is still a lot. But again, I was posting just about every single day. So, and I have to allow for like empties and, quarter check-ins, because I'm still going to be doing that, inventories, those kinds of things. So January will probably be a full month of, every day. So yeah, but that is what my goal is for Deck of Painting and for Old New Gifted Blue. I'm not doing Partners in Cream. If you saw my finale, I mentioned that I wasn't going to be doing that in 2023. I love that project. I think that project is great, but it's one that, like, sometimes the items were an afterthought, but I also finished a ton of concealers in that project, so I felt like it kind of met and did its duty. Like Alex said, she graduated. I have not graduated because I still have a shit ton of cream products, but I've been putting them into projects, and I think that's what I want to continue to do. The only new project that I'm adding as of right now, December 12th, is Shelly, unapologetically Shelly, created a project that's going to start at the end of January. I think it's called Same Pan Next Year. I think that's what it's called. I'll put it on the screen, but it's in the Fantastic Ladies, and it's just a fun prompt-based reusing products from 2022 kind of project. Shelly has been super supportive of me on my channel, and I want to pay that forward. So I'm going to do that project with her, and I'm really excited about it. And that one is another one where she's like, you can start with as many as you want, as few as you want. So I think that's going to be also a relaxed and chill kind of project. So I haven't decided about Get Baked. Now, I mentioned in the finale that I thought about doing it 6 months. We'll see when we get to April, or maybe even March, because it'll have to be approved by the Fantastic Ladies if we're going to put it back in there. I'll try to decide by March if it's something I think I want to do. But again, it was another where I'm like, okay, I'm not using any of these. So the whole point for project painting for me is to finish, get used, etc. That's kind of my goal. So, the last ones are the eyeshadow projects that I have done. So this year I did 5: Zodiac, pan that palette, pan those eyeshadows, level up, and 101 magical pans. As of today, I'm not going to do 101 magical pans in 2023. I think Deborah's still doing it. I haven't seen Deborah post in a while now that I thought about it. I need to look her up to see if she's still posting. Deborah, if you're still around, let me know. She's been doing it. I initially thought I would be able to do that all eyeshadow, and that was kind of its goal. It's 101 prompts centered around Disney. And I'm not a Disney adult. Like, I've never even been to Disney, but I've always wanted to go. This would be the time of year I'd like to be there, etc., etc. That one I'm going to go ahead and push pause. I don't know that I'm not going to film a finale, because I don't know if that's another one that I'll pick up later in the year. We'll see. I don't want to get in a spot again, like I have issues with my back, or if something else happens and I fall so far behind that I feel like I can't catch up. So I'm going to try to prevent that. And I also don't want you guys to get misty fatigue, and posting every day can be a lot. So I am going to continue Project Level Up. I am trying my hardest to finish level 5. I'm going to start over with level 1. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to film an update for that until probably January. I'm trying to hit I'm going to try to hit 5 pans in that Nabla Cutie palette. I'm going to take out, number 1 and start again. Hold on, please. I need something to drink. I'm going to be doing pan that palette. Two pan that palettes. Jessica has a little group collab going. Once I get information, hashtag all that stuff, I'll share it with you. But I'm going to be continuing painting my Red Velvet Cupcake palette. And then I'm going to be adding a second palette so I can follow along with the Fantastic Ladies theme. So keep an eye out for that Pan That Palette finale. It'll go up in the next couple of weeks, and you guys can help me vote on what I should pan next year, because I honestly have not been able to decide. Every time Jessica's asked me, I was like, I don't know what I want to pan. I don't know. But my goal for those is just a hit pan. Like, I am not, like the Red Velvet Cupcake, I would love to finish the entire palette at some point in my life, but I know that's going to take a few years. So anyway, pan that palette and then pan those eyeshadows. So I've already filmed the finale and actually next year's introduction for that project. I'm going to continue following along with Lainey, who's Makeup with Lainey. She's doing prompt base. I really, really love that style, and I felt like it was a really successful project for me. So I'm going to continue that. So I'm going to have, no, I had 6 eyeshadow projects, and now I'm going to have 4. So Beauty A to Z will be all about my indie singles. Like, that's what I want to focus on in that project. When I finished, I finished 13 of them by like April or May, like a hit pan in 13 of them. And then I brought in new ones. I'm going to do that again if I'm able to do that in that project. So that's really going to be focused on my singles, because I have like, I don't know, 200, give or take. 200, give or take. 200, give or take. Pan That Palette is, of course, going to be 2 palettes. I'm not going to pan a face palette this year. I have mentioned in my That's So 2000, maybe I'll pan this at some point. This little $1 palette has taken me forever. I still have not hit pan. And I've used it like almost 30 times. So yeah, I'm going to continue that. I'm not going to pan that palette this year, but I am going to pan those 2 eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, and my goal again is just to hit pan. I'm not trying to finish anything. And then pan those eyeshadows will be also a palette-based project. So I'll have 3 palette-based projects. Level Up, pan that palette, pan those eyeshadows, and then the singles in Beauty A to Z. I still have eyeshadows in other projects. I'm going to continue that as well. But my goal for those 3 palette-based projects is to try to, well, not pan that palette, but like Level Up and pan those eyeshadows. I really want to try to get use out of palettes I haven't used before. That number has reduced. I think last year was like 70. I've decluttered some. I've gotten use out of some. So yeah, and right now I'm really on the fence about decluttering. I kind of feel like I want to declutter all of my Juvia's Place palettes. I'm not supporting them anymore, and I just haven't been drawn to use them because of just so it's like, should I go ahead and just declutter these, like pass them along to a friend, pass them along to Project Beauty Share before they get too old to share? I don't want them to go in the garbage, but I don't think that I want them any longer. So I'm going to have to really think about that. So anyway, so that's the lineup. So 50 Shades of Green, and then the next color, That's So 2000s, which ends in April, Throwback 30, Women Who Rock, Paranormal Pantivity, At the Hop, That's Expensive. Oh, I'm not doing Advent either, and I probably won't do a finale for that one. I'm using Turn and Burn and Throwback 30 as like a rotating sample kind of project. And my biggest piece of advice when you're starting project painting, especially if you're doing prompt base, you need some gimme products, and samples are a great gimme product. So those will go into like those kind of projects. So I'm not doing Advent. Shelly's project, again, I don't remember the name of it, but I will have it on the screen for you earlier. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to finish Zodiac by the end. Level Up, pan that palette, pan those eyeshadows, deck of panning, Old New Gifted Blue, possibly on YouTube or Instagram, and then A to Z. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then we're going to have whatever empties challenge I decide to do. And then in April, we'll start Get Baked and, Graveyard for sure, and possibly Get Baked. So we're still going to be like almost 20. And again, there were several ones this fall that I didn't start. There was like the Cats and Dogs one. There's the Cocktail one. I didn't restart. This is Fantasy again. Like there were some that I skipped this fall because I just couldn't. I just couldn't. And like I said, the only one that I have on slate that's new for next year is Shelly's, and that's because she's been so supportive, and I want to support her too. I mean, I would do it anyway, but that's the explanation. So yeah, anywho, that's it. If you missed it, I did post, well, let me just say, I'm filming several videos today in a row, so I don't know what's going to go up first, but I did post how to pan, or I am posting how I set up my projects to pan. So there's that. This is the planner lineup. I filmed the finale for Color Pan updates. I don't really know what else is. Sorry guys, one thing I forgot to mention is that my so for 2023, so let's talk 2023 goals. I am not doing 5K again, not this year at least. But I do have some kind of like goals. So I don't do Project 10 uses like I mentioned. That's what I'm going to use Deca Painting for. But what I've decided to do is my year-long projects are going to have powder products in them. They're going to have cream products in them. So for the powder products, most of them are going to be either a usage goal or to hit pan. My cream products, I think all of my goals on them are going to be finish goals. And then eyeshadow, again, I do have a couple of finish goals and projects like in Throwback 30. I'm trying to finish one of the eyeshadows in my Litless palette. So I do have some finish goals on eyeshadow, but for the most part, I want to hit pan in as many eyeshadows as I can. So liquid and cream are probably going to be finished goals. No, not probably, will be finished goals. Powder will either be, usage or hit pan. So those are kind of my 2023 goals. If this feels like it's fitting in weird, that's because it is, because I forgot to talk about it until after I said goodbye. So we're going to fit this in. So powder products, usage or pan, cream products, cream and liquid products, finished goals, because they go quickly and I want to get them out as much as possible. And I think I mentioned I am going to be doing kind of a whole collection declutter. There are some things I need to get rid of, and it's going to be like, do I want to pan this or do I not want to pan this? And that's really how we're going to play that. So anyway, that's it. Thank you so much. So glad I'm recording today. I completely flipped up yesterday. So, okay, back to the outro, Misty. Back to that. To be quite honest, I need to do my Black Friday haul, but I'm still waiting on that stupid Glamlite package. Where's my phone? Has that even moved? Hold up, wait a minute. I ordered that on the 27th and it shipped on the 6th, or I got the shipping notification on the 6th. Yeah, it still hasn't moved. That's so weird. And I don't know if it hasn't actually moved or if UPS just hasn't updated it, because that's happened before too. Like I bought something from Mercari and it looked like it never moved and then it just showed up. So maybe I'll reach out to customer service. The 6th was what? Like a week ago? Almost a week ago. Tomorrow will be 7 days. Maybe I'll reach out if it doesn't move in the next couple of days. But it's like I'm waiting on that to share my haul, and I would love to do a get ready with me with that collection. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I loved strawberry shortcake as a kid. I still really love strawberry shortcake. I do not like the new design of strawberry shortcake, but the old retro one, my favorite. So Ruth mentioned that you guys didn't have this over in the pond, but Strawberry Shortcake was a cartoon in the late 70s, early 80s. There was Strawberry Shortcake. All of the characters were some sort of fruit or scent. Like there was an angel cake. Like there's a whole Strawberry Shortcake Wikipedia. And not even Wikipedia. It's like a Strawberry Shortcake encyclopedia. There were tons of characters. She was massively popular in the 80s. Starting at 5, I got like the house for Christmas. I had all of the furniture. I mentioned that I got a doll that blew strawberry kisses. We had a birthday party when I was in kindergarten. 2 people showed up and they bought me the exact same gift, and it was the blueberry the blueberry guy. Was it a guy or a girl? But I also remember getting like the little travel house. I was obsessed with Strawberry Shortcake. And I mentioned that none of the nostalgia had gotten me. Like, why are we doing a Scooby-Doo thing? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? And then they announced that. I was like, okay, I need it. So I was going to put it off, and I was like, no, I don't want to put it off. I want it, and I want it right now. So I went ahead and bought it. It was 25% off when they launched it anyway. So I'm waiting on that. But yeah. And my Shop Miss A order has not shipped either. So Black Friday haul may come in January, or it may not come at all. Oh, that's one more thing I want to mention. I kind of want to talk about my consumption for next year. I am not doing a no buy. Ain't gonna do it. Every time I try to do it, I screw it up. I've considered an eyeshadow bank. I've considered makeup rehab points. I've considered all of that. I haven't decided. But one thing that I'm going to have to stop doing is watching hauls and new makeup reviews. So I'm going to stay, if you're someone who does that, you post that kind of content and you don't see me commenting or I mention I'm not watching it, it's because I have to take that I am easily influenced. I am easily influenced, and I am someone who uses shopping as a coping mechanism, and I'm going to have to get away from that habit. We have so many financial things that we need to take care of in 2023. I have to get away from that habit. So eliminating those two videos from my consumption hopefully will help. That doesn't mean I don't still support you. That doesn't mean that I don't think you should stop what you're doing. It just means that I have to take a break from that content to try to slow my roll on spending. I've watched Gabby and Alex do like their purchases for 2022 and if they regret any of them, and I'm like, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, because the first 3 months of this year, I was like, spend, because December 21st, 2021 was the end of it, at least. So I had a rough 2022. 2023 may also be rough. Like I may end up having back surgery, blah, 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 blah. And I just have to be mindful of, not watching content or not consuming what may trigger me to want to buy. So that's my story. So I'm not going to consume that kind of content. The rest of it, I'm going to keep going. If you're doing one of my projects, please tag me on Instagram. Feel free to mention me here on YouTube. Like all of the things. I want to follow you as much as I can. I'll try to comment as much as I can. Sometimes like I said, I'm just sitting here and I turn it on and I'll forget to go back and comment. But I'm trying to get better. I'm doing my best. But yeah, that's what you can expect from me in 2023. Anywho, that's it. Let me know if you would be interested in the purchases of 2022 and whether I regret them. I don't think I have anything. I don't even know if I have anything left. I'll have to go through and look. But yeah, anywho, friends, that's it. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I mean, you just heard me say all the painting stuff we're going to be doing in 2023. It's going to be busy, but I am excited. I'm glad that I feel better. I'm glad that I can kind of sit down here and, get stuff done. It's a form of my self-care. And I know a lot of people go, oh, self-care, blah, blah, blah. And there's all this toxic positivity and, all the things. But it really is therapeutic for me to sit down here and put on my makeup. And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before, I left my job in 2017 because of whatever I've developed. I had a diagnosis. My neurologist took the diagnosis away. So I had to leave my job, and I didn't realize how much of my identity was wrapped up into school, career, etc. And when you don't leave the house, like when you have chronic illness or chronic pain or you're disabled and you can't leave the house, it's really, really hard to feel like your work, anyway, I've gone on and on about this on my At Home with Misty channel. But putting on makeup, even if I just put on makeup a couple of days a week, makes me feel a little bit of normalcy. Like I feel like I've gotten up and I've accomplished something. And even if that's just slapping on some eyeshadow and going about my day, it makes me feel like I've accomplished something. And it's something that I enjoy. And I have a lot of it. So yeah, anywho, that's that. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. Let me know what projects are in your lineup for next year. I'm really excited about eyeshadow. I've hit a lot of eyeshadow pans this year. I have a few more I'm trying to hit before the end of the year. I'm not going to make 100. I mean, I didn't set a goal, but if I'd worn makeup September, October, November, I think I would be close to 100 pans hit. So yeah, we'll see. Anywho, love y'all faces. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Misty Pans. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.